talk about the 2026 Tesla Model Y, because if you've been following Tesla even a little bit, you already know this refresh is shaping up to be one of the most important updates in the Model Y's history. So imagine this. You already have the world's best-selling electric vehicle, and instead of reinventing it completely, Tesla decides to quietly sharpen everything that already works. That's the vibe of the 2026 Model Y. It's familiar, but noticeably more refined, more confident, and more grown up. From the outside, the first thing you'll notice is the design. Tesla hasn't gone wild here, and honestly, that's a good thing. The overall shape still screams Model Y, but the details are cleaner. The front end looks slightly more aggressive with slimmer headlights and a smoother bumper that feels more aerodynamic. It's less cute crossover now and more serious futuristic SUV. Around the back, the taillights appear more refined, and there's talk of updated lighting animations that make the car feel alive when you approach it. Small changes, but together they make the 2026 model feel more premium and more intentional. Now let's clear something up, because I know some of you are wondering about a hybrid engine. Tesla is still 100% committed to being fully electric. No hybrid setup here. And honestly, that's part of Tesla's identity. Instead of adding a hybrid system, Tesla is focusing on improving efficiency, battery chemistry, and software tuning. What that means for you is better real-world range, smoother power delivery, and improved performance without adding complexity. So while it's not a hybrid, the 2026 Model Y is expected to feel smarter and more efficient than ever before. Acceleration is still instant, because that's just Tesla magic at this point. Even the standard versions feel quick, and the performance trim. That thing still launches like a rocket. Tesla has likely refined the motors and software to squeeze out more efficiency rather than chasing crazy horsepower numbers, which makes sense for daily driving. It's the kind of car that feels effortless whether you're merging onto the highway or cruising through city traffic. One area people don't talk about enough is ride quality, and this is where the 2026 Model Y is expected to really improve. Earlier Model Ys were known for being a bit stiff, especially on rough roads. Tesla seems to have listened. Updated suspension tuning should make the ride smoother and more comfortable without losing that planted, confident feel. It's still not an off-road monster, but the all-wheel drive versions handle light trails, snow, and bad roads with confidence. Think gravel roads, muddy parking lots, or winter conditions. Not rock crawling, but definitely more capable than it gets credit for. Step inside, and this is where the biggest changes really hit. The interior of the 2026 Model Y feels more polished and more premium. Materials are improved, panels fit together better, and the cabin feels quieter thanks to better sound insulation. Tesla is clearly aiming to close the gap between tech car and luxury car. The center screen is still the heart of everything, but it's expected to be faster, brighter, and more responsive. The interface feels smoother, animations are cleaner, and everything just works more intuitively. Tesla has also been tweaking the user experience, so common controls are easier to access, and the system feels less distracting while driving. Seating comfort is another area where Tesla has quietly leveled up. The seats feel more supportive, especially on longer drives, and rear passengers get a bit more love with improved comfort and better airflow. The panoramic glass roof is still there, making the cabin feel open and airy, and at night it honestly feels like you're driving a spaceship. Storage is still one of the Model Y's strongest points. You've got a roomy trunk, a deep underfloor storage area, and of course, the frunk up front. For families, road trippers, or anyone who just carries a lot of stuff, this car is ridiculously practical. Now let's talk pricing, because that's always the big question. Tesla has been aggressive with pricing over the past few years, and the 2026 Model Y is expected to stay competitive. While exact numbers will depend on the market, the base version should still come in at a price that undercuts many traditional luxury SUVs, especially when you factor in fuel savings and lower maintenance costs. Higher trims will cost more, obviously, but you're also getting more range, more performance, and more features. Compared to older Model Y versions, the 2026 model feels more complete. Early Model Ys were impressive, but sometimes felt like beta versions of the future. This one feels like Tesla has had years of feedback and finally dialed everything in. It's quieter, more comfortable, better built, and more refined overall. And when you compare it to competitors, that's where things get really interesting. Traditional automakers are still trying to catch up in terms of software, charging networks, and overall EV efficiency. The Model Y may not have the flashiest interior or the most buttons, but the ecosystem, the updates, and the ease of ownership still give Tesla a huge advantage. So who is the 2026 Tesla Model Y really for? Honestly, it's for almost everyone. If you want an electric car that's fast, practical, efficient, and packed with tech, this is still one of the safest bets out there. It's not trying to be weird or experimental anymore. It's confident in what it is. The biggest takeaway here is that Tesla didn't try to shock us with something radical. Instead, they refined, polished, and improved what already works. And sometimes, that's exactly what a great car needs. If this is the direction Tesla is heading, the 2026 Model Y might not just continue its success, it might set the standard all over again. And honestly, that's what makes it exciting.